Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Potty Plant Entertainment. I wasn't expecting to wake up today to make this video. This is a very last-minute video, but I decided that I should make this video because today it was sadly announced that Bruce Willis has retired from acting due to a cognitive decline. I'm very sad to hear it. He's one of my all-time favorite actors. He seems like a very real dude to me. I've always liked him, and it's a shame. It is that his career's had to end this way. I know that he's been doing a long string of bad movies. Why? We don't know, but it doesn't erase what he has done in the entertainment industry. His work has meant a lot to me, and I know to a lot of other people. I'm very, very saddened by this news, but I decided that we would honor him today by making a video. So I want to talk about some of my favorite Bruce Willis movies, and why I like them so much, why they mean a lot to me, why he means a lot to me, and yeah, so that's what we're going to do to celebrate the career of a legend. So I got 7 movies here I want to talk about, and I guess I'll go ahead and get the 2 most obvious ones out of the way. So, the first one is Die Hard. What can you say about Die Hard that hasn't already been said? I've even reviewed it on my channel. It's one of the greatest action movies of all time. It changed action filmmaking. It made Bruce Willis a superstar, and it's a masterpiece in every sense of the word. And Bruce Willis was perfect for the role. You know, he was way low on the list of actors they were looking for to play the part. He was perfect for it. And this movie is so unbelievably phenomenal, and it just launched him into a fantastic career. He was doing some TV acting before this, but this made him a household name. John McTiernan directed the crap out of this movie. Of course, Alan Rickman played one of the greatest movie villains of all time, and yeah, it's just fantastic filmmaking. It's one of those movies that reminds me of why I love filmmaking so much, and Bruce Willis was perfect in the film. The next one, and the other most obvious one, is The Sixth Sense. M. Night Shyamalan's masterpiece. He wrote this role for Bruce Willis, and Bruce Willis is perfect in the film. Of course, it has that great twist at the end. And he really is fantastic in this movie. He and Haley Joel Osment have great chemistry with each other. Bruce Willis plays a quiet role in this film, but very, very well. He's emotional in it. He really brings his A game to this film, and it's part of the reason why it's one of the best movies ever made. Next one I want to talk about is Armageddon. I know a lot of people don't like Armageddon, but I very much like it. Does it make any sense? No. But is it awesome? Yes. And Bruce Willis is awesome in it. Armageddon is such a fun movie. Not one single thing that happens in it makes sense. I've read somewhere where Ben Affleck brought it to Michael Bay, who directed the film. He said, "Wouldn't it be easier to teach astronauts to drill rather than teaching drillers how to be astronauts?" And he literally told him to shut the F up. Because Michael Bay knew what he was making here. And it is a crap ton of fun. Bruce Willis is really, really good in the movie, despite the fact that none of it makes sense. I think he got what they were going for. And so he really gave it his all. And it's all the more better for it. It's got a fantastic cast. And of course, Bruce Willis is just amazing in the film. The next one I want to talk about is Looper. Looper is a really, really good movie that I wish people talked about more. This was one of his last great films. It was this one and the next movie I'm going to talk about were really his last great films. Looper was written and directed by Rian Johnson, and also has Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, and he plays an older Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And this movie is really smart. The plot never gets too complicated, which I appreciate, because I'm dumb, and Bruce Willis is just awesome in the movie. He's so awesome in this movie. He kicks butt, and he's awesome in it. He's really good in it. and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, of course, is really good in it too. It's a really, really phenomenal film. If you've never seen Looper, definitely check it out. It's one of Bruce Willis's better films. Next one I got here, this came out the same year as Looper. It's Moonrise Kingdom. Moonrise Kingdom is I don't think there's a whole lot of people who have seen this, and they should. It's got a great cast. It's got Bruce Willis, Edward Norton, Bill Murray, Frances McDormand. I don't recognize those other names. But that's a great cast, and they all do a really good job in it. Bruce Willis is playing against type in this movie. He plays a cop in it, but not anything like Die Hard. He's got his socks pulled up all high. He's got his hair combed in a weird way, in a funny way, and he's just not the typical Bruce Willis. He plays very, very different character in this, but he does a fantastic job in it. I love him in this movie. I love this movie. If you've never seen Moonrise Kingdom, it's a really, really good movie. You definitely should watch it. It's one of his better films. Next one I got, and this one I literally just got finished watching for the first time because when I heard the news, I was very sad, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go watch this movie because I want to talk about it if I like it in the video I want to make to honor him, and it is Sin City. I just got finished watching this for the first time today. I really liked this movie. I really, really liked it. I don't know how many times I would watch it again because it's a very unrewatchable film. By the way, my beanie is new. My girlfriend lost my other one, so she ordered me a new one. So if it seems tighter around my head, it's because I haven't kicked it in yet. But anyway, this is a fantastic film. It's a beautiful, beautiful looking movie. The cinematography, the color, there's very little of it, but when it's used, it looks great. Bruce Willis is awesome in the movie as usual. It's got several little stories that sort of interconnect with each other. And you see Bruce Willis at the beginning, and then it goes back to his story at the end. And his story was by far my favorite one in the film. Really heartfelt story. Jessica Alba does a good job with him. She's not an amazing actress or anything, but she does do well here. This is probably what she's best known for, even though she's not in the movie very long. Bruce Willis is very awesome in this film. He doesn't care about killing people in this movie. It's a beautiful looking film. Bruce Willis is awesome in the film. He's rough and tough, and he's on his A game here. I mean, you can tell he wants to be here in this film. Really, really awesome movie. If you've never seen Sin City, definitely check it out. But I don't know if I will ever review it because even though I love the movie, it's very unrewatchable. I would probably only watch this maybe one or two more times before I die as an old man. Because it's just not a very rewatchable film. But it's definitely one of Bruce Willis's best. And last one I want to talk about, and I don't have a whole lot to say about this one. I'll explain to you why. It's Pulp Fiction. I've seen Pulp Fiction one time, and it was before I was used to Tarantino-style filmmaking, and so I didn't really get it. I bought this a while ago, and I still haven't watched it. Now, I addressed in a couple of videos ago that I'm going to start re-watching movies more and watching movies I've never seen before less. This is definitely one of the ones I want to rewatch, and I might even review it on my channel. The more I've thought about it, the more I've begun to like it, but I always thought that Bruce Willis was really good in the film. I love the scene in this movie where he knows he has to go back and save Ving Rhames, even though Ving Rhames just tried to kill him. And so he's in this hardware store, and he grabs one weapon, and he sees something else, and he puts it down, and he grabs the bigger weapon. Then he sees something else that he likes. He puts that down, and it's an even bigger weapon. It just keeps going on and on. It's really funny. He sees John Travolta. As soon as John Travolta gets off the toilet, just blast him away. It's just a great... the more I thought about it, the more I realized this is a pretty great movie, and Bruce Willis is fantastic in the movie. It's one of the films he's best known for. He plays a boxer in this movie, and he just kills it. I definitely want to rewatch this and give it another go. I can obviously couldn't sit here and talk about every Bruce Willis movie I've seen because I've seen almost 30 of his movies. I think I've seen 28 movies that he's been in. But I did really want to just do this to honor him and the career he's had. He is a phenomenal actor. He definitely will be more known for being an action movie star than he will anything else, but I think The Sixth Sense really will help remind people he's not just like a cool guy who can kick people's butts. he is an actor, and he's good at it. It's a shame that we didn't get to see him in one last great movie before he retired. I just kept waiting and waiting for like a director to get him a role that he can be excited about, just one more time. But unfortunately, we did not get that. But we did get a fantastic career from him. He is a legend, definitely a legend. He lived a legendary life, had a legendary career, and we all love him for it. Thank you, Bruce Willis. Thank you very much. Your movies have meant a lot to me and to a lot of other people, and we appreciate that very much. We appreciate the impact you've had on our lives. So, yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to make this video, and yeah, what a legend, man. What a legend, legendary career. It's just, it's sad. It's sad, but don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened, right? Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to Pod Entertainment for more. Hit the like button. Leave me a review, suggestions in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram at Pod Entertainment for channel updates, and much love.